Okay, I think I'm back, right? I just can't get you out of my head. I just. It's pretty now. How is everybody? I think I'm back, right? Blessings, how are you? I know I'm back. I don't know what happened, honestly, but it kind of froze on me too. But blessings, how are you? How are you doing, blessings? Ooh, okay, uh let me okay, there we go. What's coming new towards you? What is new with you? What's coming new with you? All good things. Also, I need like two more followers to get like 200, so that's what I'm trying to do. Just two people. Let's see for blessings. What's coming new with you? Blessings. The blessings. What's coming in with you? Okay, so I will say with the high priestess here, this is kind of telling me that okay, high priestess is upright, which is all about mysteries, kind of keeping things hidden. Like wisdom kind of combining with intellect. So to me, this kind of tells you something you've been hiding deep down, something that you really want to do. You're not really doing this. Does that make sense? It's kind of like something that you want to do, a secret that you haven't been telling people. This is kind of telling you that you need to take action here. The page of coins being in reverse. I don't know. To me, it's like there's hesitation, there's lack of clear purpose, and you are kind of thinking of past in terms of past achievements here. But this needs to come into the light. Like you, whatever you want to do, you need to make it happen because you're falling into hesitations. Sandra, welcome in. Puffer Pitch Leo, hi, welcome in. Yes, I am back. And then Four of Cups, which is apathy. It is in reverse, so this just tells me that there seems to be problems or like problems with maybe like with your parents or like people who you are close with. Like this is a strong alliance of people. Um, I mean, problems with family, maybe living in a very fixed social structure. I don't know, but whatever you have plans, you need to make it happen. Even if there's problems, even if people don't agree with it, you need to make it happen. You can't be living in secrecy forever. Sandra, can you be added to the list? Yes, you just need to like and follow and then ask me your question. Leo, Pufferfish Leo. My question is, can I get advice for my current work situation? My name is Leo, subscribed and like 13. Thank you so much, Leo. Can you get advice for your current work situation? Advice for your work situation. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much. Thanks, of course. Blessings. Leo, Leo, Leo. Advice. Queen of Swords being this defendable position, then the Empress card, which it is in reverse. Okay, so the very first card here, the Queen of Swords. Advice. To me, you need to defend your position. You need to. Maybe you got too comfortable, or like, I don't know, to me, maybe you kind of felt like you were like untouchable. I don't know what it is, but like, you need to defend your position. You kind of need to fight here. You are kind of sitting in this very defendable position. But yeah, there is like defend your territory here, kind of prepare for something that shouldn't be exposed yet. So maybe, I don't know, I'm kind of getting like collect information. That's kind of what this is. Like collect information, maybe keep like a folder close to you of things that you need to, like keeping receipts, I guess. Defend your position here, keep information close to you, start planning things. If you feel like you should save it, or like attach your name, or like send. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like keep information close to you, and then the Empress card here being in reverse, which is also kind of telling you that you need to be very impulsive. I don't know if it's like if you are becoming, or like if there's a person that's kind of hard to reason with, but like that's kind of what this is telling you, that a person is maybe becoming too hard, or like too overprotective, or like maybe somebody's being overly protected, but this other person, or like maybe you, are too excessively involved in other people's like jobs, or like with the way that they do things. King of Swords in reverse, which again, this is, you need to kind of cut off from something that you are still attached to in terms of work. You kind of need to, I kind of see you as like maybe working on something for a long time, and like maybe you are becoming like a hard person to reason with because you are attached to this, or like maybe you are attached to a project. This is telling you that you need to separate your emotions from uh like your mind, I guess, or like your work. Like separate those things and detach yourself from this thing that you've been working on. But yeah, I would say the biggest advice is keep information very close to you and defend your position. Sandra, thank you so much for the sub. Sandra, what is the question, Sandra? Can I ask a question? Yes, you can, Cake Cat. Just like and follow, and then you can ask your question. I go live every single day, so again, if I miss a question, I'll answer it tomorrow. But thank you so much, of course, Pufferfish, Leo. Will I ever meet? Will I ever meet in person my online friend Yvonne? Are you ever going to meet your online friend in person? What's going on between you guys? Okay, done. Thank you so much. Okay, Cat. 5, this kind of has to do with losing yourself. Okay, I know this is not going to be the message that you want to hear, Sandra, but like this is what the card means. So this is you being too emotionally preoccupied with online connections and ignoring real connections, I guess. You are excessively preoccupied with social activity instead of being focused on real life human connections here. And then 3 of Cups, this is like having problems with friendships, problems with relations, maybe with your parents. I don't know, but like this is kind of like you building a strong alliance with somebody else that leaves a third person out. And then 7 of Cups again. Again, all Cups have to do with emotions, relationships. These are all in reverse. It's kind of leaning to a no here, Sandra, honestly. And it's also telling you that you need to be more in the moment and to not ghost people who you have like human connections with. Daya, hi, welcome in. How are you? Uh, Tramzilla, how are you? Yeah, and then the 7 of Cups here in reverse. You having problems kind of integrating yourself in a group or organizations, kind of being part of a group. You kind of feel very isolated and like left alone, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. To me, this is a no, honestly. Kathleen, hi, welcome in, Kathleen. Thank you, of course, Sandra. Uh, Cake Cat, what was your question, Cake Cat? Type your question in. Kathleen, will I will I be able to get resources to stay in the studio I'm in then? Will I be able to get resources to stay in the studio I'm in then move? Thank you for the sub, Kathleen. What can you? Okay, hold on. For Kathleen, are you going to be able to get the resources that you need? Oh, this thing came undone. For Kathleen, getting the resources that you need. The Emperor is in reverse, which is lack of stability. 4 again, which is usually apathy. Are you gonna get the resources that you need? Look, it looks like whoever you are depending on for these resources, it is in reverse. Hmm. This is like you trying to accomplish something by force. And like, I don't know, like being like a dictator to things. Again, so, but in general, you trying to make things happen by force? Or maybe it's kind of telling you that you need to be more persistent. Use force, kind of stand your ground here and kind of take control of the situation. That's kind of what I see here. And then the 10 of Wands, which is usually, hmm. You know what? To me, this looks like a yes, Kathleen. It looks like you're going to kind of, maybe in the last minute or like before something horrible happens, someone is going to come in and kind of help you out. Again, the 10 of Wands has to do with like loyalty and a partnership, um, like an alliance, kind of enduring hardships together, and like it does lead into leads into a success. But like this is all about pure intentions and having that perseverance that does lead to success. But again, it's loyalty with somebody else. So maybe somebody else is going to come in and help you out. But I do see this happening. 4 of Cups here again. This is, maybe it's like family. Like this is a family or a collective of people who you have a history with and a sense of belonging with. Doesn't have to be family, but maybe just community who you kind of belong to. But yeah, like this is being committed to a group. I'm relying on a friend. I do think that this is gonna work out for you, Kathleen. I really do. Maybe it feels like it's taking too long, but again, like this looks like being persistent, kind of using power to do things. There's loyalty here, and at the end of the day, it's kind of like a community that feels like family, kind of stepping into in and doing something. Ace of Cups. Maybe this you feeling like very empty, but it's also like kind of heartbreak and emotional loss, emotional dryness, kind of happening here. Maybe it's a person who you wouldn't think would help you out. Maybe somebody who you lost contact with. I don't know. Okay, so that's you. You've been crying all day, so maybe that's why you feel like this emotional dryness and kind of feeling empty. A lot of negative feelings and like kind of heartbreak. Okay, okay. I really think this is gonna happen for you, Kathleen. The Nine of Cups. This is getting your wishes being fulfilled, but this is also about coordination, kind of people working together, accepting like people accepting their roles, and in this group environment, this is also happiness and kind of wishes coming true. Kathleen, honestly, I think you're gonna be fine. It looks like this use of force or like you being very consistent is working. Again, there's like loyalty here and like almost like family collaborations happening, wishes being fulfilled, people working together. So again, to me, this feels like a yes. Like the deck bags, is this? It is. Yes, yes. Railway cat, it is. Dia, can I get some messages about my love life, past or present, regarding people? I guess. What do you mean? Can I get some messages about my love life? Okay, okay. Hello, hi, Mark. How are you? Thank you, of course, Kathleen. I hope. I think you're gonna be fine, Kathleen. I really do. Awesome. Thank you. Could you show the box? It's a little bit beat up, but okay. Dia wants to know some messages about her love life regarding people. Is there like a particular person, Dia, or like it sounds very broad. Like the question sounds very broad, so I don't know what you mean. Perfect, thank you. Of course, railway cat. Hello, Mark. I'm not Mark. I'm not on anything. Just like TikTok and YouTube. That's it. Okay, but Di wants to know some messages, maybe from her. Soph, how are you? How are you doing, Soph? Sophia, right? Okay, Dia, clarify the question a little bit more, because I'm like a little bit confused about the question, and I feel like I'm not gonna be able to answer it because I don't completely understand the question. But Mark, how are you? How is everybody doing? Did I miss anybody? Feeling rushed and curious. May I be next? Yeah, you can be next. Sandra, oh, sorry. Ooh, guys. Okay, I hit my goal. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I guess just give me messages about my life, about your love life. Okay. 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 But yeah, I could do like a past, present, future, but like what threw me off was like you were asking about people, so like I didn't understand that part. So Di wants to know about her love life, past, present, future, any messages that they need to hear. Past, star in reverse, present, temperance, and future. Six of swords. Okay, in the past. So this is, yeah, of course, Sophia. Okay, star card. Sorry about the wording. No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, in past is the star in reverse. So maybe in the past, this was, again, it is in reverse. Maybe you were too optimistic. You had wishful thinking. You kind of just wanted things to kind of work out on their own. This is kind of also like you having a hard time setting proper boundaries and wasting a lot of your energy here. Again, this is a person kind of just pouring out their emotions, not really knowing where they're gonna go, but just you being very hopeful. But it's like naive optimism. Past, present, the temperance card again, this is in reverse. Like to me, you are kind of going back and forth on things without actually making any real progress. Kind of you are losing your patience because this is a very lengthy process and you are kind of becoming very selfish and like becoming very emotionally preoccupied with yourself. Maybe even pushing people away who are trying to help you. Again, there's like this thing about a wish. To me, it's like you still think things are gonna happen on their own and kind of maybe fall from the sky. Again, this is like wishful thinking, being too naive. And again, it's the same thing. A person kind of controlling things. This is a person pouring emotions, kind of hoping that they lead someplace. This is a person controlling emotions. Does that make sense to you? It's, but there's still a wish of like something happening, but it seems very controlled. I would say maybe be more optimistic, be not be more optimistic, be more impulsive and let things happen, but you also kind of need to put yourself not in a controlling position. Don't be trying to control things. And then future card here, it's the Six of Swords in reverse. So this is in the future. Yeah, like I said, this is all about surrender. Like you need to surrender your control, kind of give up that ambition to change things. I don't know, to me it's like resignation, surrender, lack of fight spirit. It is also kind of like when I think of the Six of Swords, I also kind of think of um maybe you having a lot of emotional baggage and having unresolved issues, kind of resisting a transition, but you do need to surrender all of that. Kind of look at love from a new point of view, from a new perspective, I guess. Like you still having a wish, but now it's controlled. You kind of need to let that go. Just roll with the punches here. Don't be so in control. Have an open mind, I guess. But yes, Daya, that's kind of what I got for you here. Keep an open mind. Let go of the controlling feelings that you have. You seem very wise about it. Thank you, Sophia. Okay, I'm gonna answer Mark's question, Sophia, and then I'll answer your question. Um, because they were here first. Okay, but yes, I am gonna answer your question, Sophia. Okay, I didn't expect that that good or bad? I have these little stickers to tell me where I should put the cards. Okay. Is Darwin Hernandez keeping tabs on me? Even I blocked him. If yes, why? Is Darwin Hernandez keeping tabs on you? What's going on with Darwin and Mark? But again, thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for the follows. I really do appreciate them. But thank you, of course, Daya. Thank you for the support. What is Darwin and Nardis? Are they keeping tabs on you? Okay, wands. Wands being in reverse. Are they keeping tabs? I don't think so. So the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is like a lack of energy. Them kind of hitting a creative block, but like there's a lot of lack of energy kind of going on. I don't know, to me it's kind of like they wanted to, but okay, you know what it is? This is like them being bored. Lack of passion, but it's them being bored. And then the page of what is the page of wands also being in reverse. This could be they have this lack of direction, a lot of procrastination, but they also have a hard time kind of controlling their own desires and urges. Like they have a very immature way at doing or like to do things, I guess. The way that I see this with kind of Darwin and kind of them keeping tabs on you, or like they wanted to and they kind of did at some point, but things got too hard. Things became too complicated that they kind of just gave up. Again, there was a lack of passion, a lack of because again, this is exploration. Like this is them kind of testing the ground, kind of seeing what it can grow. So I do kind of see them doing something, exploring, but it got too hard and maybe they just got too bored. But I kind of do see that. Why? Because they want a repetition of things. They again the Six of Cups here, this kind of has to do with a tedious repetition, falling time and again into the same emotional trap. I don't know, what's that quote about like venom or poison? About like somebody does the same thing or like somebody I don't know, something about like I don't know why I just thought is there a quote about that? Like it's like about relationships, like you always go back to things that hurt you. I don't know. I think you understand me, but that's kind of what I got. Poison venom. I don't know why I thought of that. But like them always falling back into things that are not healthy, but makes them feel good. Also, the Six of Cups being in reverse. That's them like happy. Like this is like happy memories, like returning to home, like looking at past memories and things that make them feel good. Them being like living in the past, wanting forgiveness. So maybe that's kind of why they do this. But again, things just became too hard for them to do. The kind of loss passion for doing that. But the reason why is because of this living in the past, returning to the same thing. Yeah, Mark. Oh, Sophia. I wanted to ask if he actually made his decision and text me on Valentine's today. A lot of people said he was deciding whether to or not, but a I wanted a very specific answer now. So thank God bless. Of course, Mark. Okay, you're asking if he has kind of come to a conclusion about what he wants to do. what's going on with Sophia and this guy. I am gonna be getting off right after I answer your question, Sophia. So if anyone else has a question, I am gonna be live again tomorrow. Thank you for the follow. So we're just looking for a yes or no. Four of coins. This is them being conservative with what they have. Time test reliability, tradition, honor, their reputation, established social institutions. Yes or no? Them being concerned about their traditions, security, frugality. It's leaning to a no. Again, the Page of Cups. This is usually romantic gestures when it is upright. Like this is um again the Knight. Like a potential lover may appear like them being very open and sincere, having a simple heart and kind of offering their heart. But it is in reverse here, right next to their stability. Them being very greedy with, to me, it's like they want to give you something, like they want to offer themselves to you, but they are afraid that they might lose. They might lose what they have. When it's in reverse, these are like superficial and unstable feelings. Maybe this is them kind of being overly optimistic and unrealistic, like having that unrealistic attitude. But it's also them kind of showing and like displaying shallow and insincere feelings. I think that okay, I think that if they do, it's gonna be a very basic message. It's gonna be a very basic like no substance kind of a thing. A very superficial type of message. I feel like if you're asking like is there going to be like some sort of reconciliation or like a plan, I don't know. To me this is kind of leaning to a no here. Let's just do one more just cuz the Page of Cups, which is this, you know what? It's still kind of like a no, but like this is the way. Think of okay, Page of Cups. This is the very first and unsure step in a romantic endeavor. Them being very shy, them showing sincere intentions, but it's them still trying to figure out their own feelings. So again, it's not that they have shallow feelings or like are not interested or that they're just like again because this is them being greedy with what they have, conserving their energy. But this is the very first begin like this is the beginning step of something happening. They're kind of looking into their cup, being like, what is my relationship? Like what can I give? Sophia, I would say just because it's not the message that you want, it's not that they don't want you. I see them kind of struggling, kind of going back and forth on things. I do kind of see a very basic, like superficial message that you are going to maybe not be happy with, but just know that this is them making the first step. This is the very first and unsure step in a romantic endeavor. So keep that in mind, okay? Just because it's superficial, just because it's like a very basic message, this is the beginning of something. So just keep that in mind, okay? Sophia, no, I mean, I appreciate honesty. Okay, okay, okay. I see. So not now? Hmm. I would say if you want them to kind of confess their love to you and be like, I want to go like all in with you, then it's a no. I see them being very shy and kind of weighing their options. This is the beginning of something for them. Thank you, Sophia. Let me know how it goes. Elaine Tad, why do I have a vivid dream of this person? A feeling of intense feelings, possibly obsession. Maybe you are obsessed with them. Elaine. Let's see. Elaine, you're gonna be my last one because I am gonna be getting off. I was live earlier for like an hour and a half ish, and but then my thing crashed, so I had to go live again. But Elaine, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the like. Sophia, thank you, thank you. I wish you all the best. I see this really turning into something. Just be patient. What's going on with this person? And why are they popping up in your dreams? The Ten of Swords. So this has to do with why. You know what? This is like you kind of feeling exhausted. Like this is like a complex situation with many conflicting interests. Like think of this as like a long battle without like a very clear outcome. You kind of maybe you kind of feel. I was wondering, do they put a spell on me? I don't think so. No. You know what it is? Maybe I think because the Ten of Swords also has to do with like finding an ally who has the strength to help them maneuver out of a situation. Does that make sense to you? They kind of see you as a person who has the strength to help them out of their hard situations. Do they put a spell on you? I don't know. Maybe they are like thinking of you and they're kind of being like, I wish I had her strength. I wish I had like that, like something like I wish that. Maybe that's a spell in a way. And then why? Because missing the past. This is like them living in the past, but it's also the Six of Cups is like tedious repetition, falling time and again into the same emotional trap. Okay, I see. I don't get it. Probably. If you're like wondering if they put a spell on you, I don't think so. No, it's no. And then you ask, why do you keep dreaming of them? Again, this has to do with them being exhausted, but it's because, and again, they kind of wishing that they had your strength, or that they kind of miss your strength and how maybe you showed them strength, or like you already kind of helped them out in the past, and they kind of want that again. Elaine, that's kind of what I got here. But no, I don't see like a spell or like them doing like anything like that towards you. But yes, Elaine, this was your reading again. Yeah, them kind of living in the past, basically lingering. You're right, yeah, but constantly lingering. Like I don't like this isn't like very basic. Like oh, like every now and then I think of them. I mean, this is like constantly like thinking of you. But I don't want to feed like delusions. Okay, like don't think of this as like they're obsessed with you. Just like in this moment, that's kind of how they feel. Okay, kind of them living in the past, stuck in the past, wishing for things to go back to the way that they were. Because right now they feel that they are being attacked from many different sides, and they kind of miss the strength that you provided, I guess. But yes, Elaine, thank you so much. I don't know if you liked and followed, but thank you if you did. I go live every day and then I post videos Thursdays and Fridays. But I am gonna be getting off, Elaine. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you later if you decide to stick around. But yes, Elaine, have a good rest of your day.